Alright guys, so we are going to start our next section in chapter 11, which is chapter 11.3, and this is multiplying rational expressions. Now this is not going to be that long of a video, but it is a little bit challenging, so you might want to watch this video twice just to make sure that you understand. I want you guys to come to class tomorrow with all the problems, the practice problems attempted, and do the best you can. We'll go over them tomorrow, but I want you guys to maybe watch this video twice if you need it. Okay, so here's a couple of key concepts. Pause me as you copy them and replay me when you're ready for the answer or an explanation. So this key concept we got, remember that when we multiply fractions, we multiply the numerators and then we multiply the denominators. Well, this is going to be the exact same thing when we multiply rational expressions. We're going to multiply the numerators, then we're going to multiply the denominators, and then we're going to simplify. And we're going to use either the greatest common factor or factoring like we did in the lesson with 11.2. Okay. First of all, we're going to find the product. This does not have any polynomials in it. It's just monomials. So we're going to, first of all, we're going to multiply the numerator. So 5ab cubed times 16c cubed is, multiply the coefficients as 80. And then we're going to multiply all of our variables together, a, b cubed, c cubed over 120 a squared, b, c squared. And that's just from 8 times 15, a squared, b, c squared. Okay, then we're going to find the greatest common factor between the two of them, and we find that that is 40a, b, c squared. And we factor out 40ab c squared, and we get 2b squared c. And we factor out our greatest common factor here, and we get 3a. Okay, and these cancel out, and we get 2b squared c over 3a. And that is your answer. Okay, so I didn't really go into too much on how to find your greatest common factor because at this point in your math algebra, you should be able to know how to do that. If not, that's when you should go back and look in. I think it's chapter 7, chapter 8 maybe, factoring. Okay, here's a your turn. I want you to try this one as best you can and replay me when you're ready for the answer. Okay, so first of all, we need to multiply these all together, and we get 5c to the fourth d to the fourth f squared all over 10c to the fifth d f to the fourth. Your greatest common factor out of both of those is 5c to the fourth d f squared. And when we factor out that, we are left with d cubed. 5c to the fourth d f squared, and we're left with 2c f squared. Now these greatest common factors cancel, and we are left with d cubed over 2c f squared. And that's your simplified version, d cubed over 2c f squared. All right. Now we're going to get into where we have polynomials multiplied to each other. Now this is going to be a little bit different. We still want to multiply the top by the bottom, but before we do that, we got to factor out this polynomial right here, this guy right here. So this is just going to still be x minus 5 over x times x squared, and I'm not going to go into how to factor, so you guys should already know that. That's x plus 3 times x minus 5. Okay, and now we're going to put these together, and I'm just going to move it around a little bit. So it's x squared first, x minus 5 over x times x plus 3 times x minus 5. Okay, and now from now, in this, I'm just going to find out my common factors. So here I've got an x minus 5 in the top, and I've got an x minus 5 in the bottom. Here I've got an x, and I've got one x out of here, so I'm going to cancel out one of those. And I am left with x over x plus 3. Okay, and now I can cancel out one of these x's with one of these x's because I'm using the operation of multiplication. If this was an addition sign or a subtraction sign right there, I would not be able to do that. Okay? So this factored out is x over x plus 3. All right, here's your turn. I want you to try this one as best you can. First of all, don't forget to factor out this guy before you start multiplying and simplifying and all that. And replay me when you're ready for the answer. Okay, so first of all, we have x plus 3 over x times 5 over, factored out as x plus 4, x plus 3. And we push these together, so 5 times x plus 3 over x times x plus 4, x plus 3. Okay, and we have both of those in common. We don't have anything, any x's or anything that I can simplify the 5 and the x. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to distribute this x back in here. And this is going to be 5 over x squared plus 4x. And I just took this x times x plus 4 and distributed it. So here is my answer, 5 over x squared plus 4x. Okay, so here are your practice problems. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now this video is not very long, like I said, so if it was a little confusing, I want you to go back and rewatch it and pause it, and then try all these practice problems. I don't want anybody coming to me tomorrow without them all at least attempted. Good luck.